Yes.
I've got your back. You lead, I'll follow.
I've got your back.
Good day, friend. Keeping well?
No, it turns out that if you cast the spell without a Heartstone, it attacks any...
This is Master Neloth's tower. He's a Telvanni wizard.
Have you found Verona yet? I could really use some tea. I do have a new spell I'm working on. I hope to be able to conjure ash spawn. If I could get a sample of ash from an ash spawn, that would be quite useful. I've made this special tool that will extract... Well, you don't need to know the details. Just go harvest a sample. Of course, the creature will have to be dead first, but I trust that's something you can bring about. When the city of Vivek was destroyed, we are still but a shadow of our glorious... Red Mountain dominates the island. Every now and then, ash and debris from an eruption land on our shores. The ignorant. It has rolling green clay. It is the only... Although I managed to transplant it... You are too young to remember then. It's the home. We built great works. There is the big... House Telvanni has its properties on Varden. Dead? Well, that's annoying. How did she die? There are more and more of those things showing up around here lately. Oh, I suppose you'll have to find me a new steward. Try Raven Rock. They are in awe of me there. I'm sure almost anyone would be willing to serve me. Excellent question. Once word gets out, there will be a lot of people to choose from. Someone with a brilliant mind and a robust physique that is blindly obedient would be ideal. Oh, and they need to know how to brew tea. Wolves always waters it down. Don't take too long finding me a steward.
You've brought Raven Rock back from the brink, traveler. I don't know how to thank you. I could never leave Adril behind, and he will never leave Leril. Besides, I'd never work for Neloth. I heard he cut the heart out of his former apprentice. You have? You have no idea what this means to me, to my family. Reclamations bless you. Well, you've certainly proven your worth around here to me. Please, accept this gift as a token of my appreciation.
What news do you bring from Fort Frostmoth? I had my suspicions that he was undead. How else could he have survived for over 200 years? It's a shame. There are quite a few tales of General Carius's exploits, including the founding of Raven Rock. Councillor Morvain told me to give this to you if you made it back in one piece. And you got better than a soldier's pay, so you should be thankful. I'm sorry to bother you, but Second Councillor Rano asked me to come find you. He said it's quite urgent. All he wanted me to do is track you down and send you to him. Look, this is important. Even more important than wiping out the ash spawn. Please, go speak to the Second Councillor as soon as possible.
Thank you for coming.
After everything you've already done for Ravenrock, I hate to ask for more, but I can't risk Councillor Morvain being killed. The Ulan family of House Lalu, a rival great house, has placed a death mark on the Councillor's head. It's a private matter. Let's just say they seek revenge for the execution of one of their own, ordered by Councillor Morvain himself. The problem is I don't have any solid proof that anyone from House Lalu is hidden among us. Only my suspicions. It may be justified, but it certainly isn't appreciated. Councillor Morvain simply feels that I'm being paranoid. I'm afraid that one day I'll awaken and discover him dead. And I don't want it to come to that. I do. I've received some information from my sources that there could be elements of Ulan's house, House Lalu, already in Ravenrock. Ravenrock is a small settlement, so it's hard to accomplish anything in secret. If any of them is from House Lalu, I wouldn't be able to make a move without them knowing. I had a feeling you'd be willing to listen to me. I need you to start out by being my eyes and ears. Search Ravenrock and see if you can root out these traitors. The best place to start would be Geldis Sadri, over at the Retching Netch Corner Club. If he provides you any leads, check them out before bringing them to my attention. I can't afford to make any mistakes. Traitors. The lot of them. Their collaboration with the Empire may have given them unrivaled political and economic strength, but their hearts weren't with the Dunmer people. Lalu deserved every bit of hatred they received once the Empire released its grasp on Morrowind. Having past ties to the Empire immediately turned them into the scapegoat for the Dunmer people's suffering. They had welcomed the Empire with open arms and benefited from it. When everything was said and done, they were no longer recognized as a great house and were dismissed from the council. You might think it's making sure, and with Solstheim crawling with reavers, I maintain a few contacts in other Dunmer settlements across Tamriel. Most hail from House Redoran, but there are a few from other houses. Most of my contacts live leagues away from Solstheim. Sending the occasional message back and forth is all we can manage, and sometimes takes months or more to arrive. However, any information we can glean in times like this, I consider vital to House Redoran's survival. I'm perfectly content with my current position. During the Oblivion Crisis, gates to the Plane of Oblivion opened all over Morrowind. The Empire pulled most of its forces out of Morrowind to deal with the gates in their own homeland, leaving us virtually defenseless. We had no standing army at the time, just uncoordinated pockets of resistance. House Redoran took charge and was slowly able to build an army. It took years, but it became a force to be reckoned with. When the Argonians invaded years later, House Redoran's army was able to prevent them from sweeping across all of Morrowind. It would be fair to say that House Redoran literally saved the Dunmer people from destruction. Don't worry, you can trust Geldis. He's been with us for a long time.
How do you feel? I think you might be sick. Goodness, it must have been quite difficult tracking those creatures down out there. Here, take these. They should help you during your journeys. I don't know who sent you here, but you've given us some... Got a pretty full stock of potions and alchemy reagents. Not on your life. I'd sooner try to swim back to Windhelm. Remember, I have plenty of potions and ingredients if you're ever in the market.
Your actions here have been a blessing. And leave my farm? No thank you. Next time you're
I
hungry,
don't know
stop
what you
by.
did in the... Me? I hardly think so. That Telvanni wizard is unhinged. I heard he tries to drink the ash. We can... Go out there.
You honor the reclamations with your actions. You may have everyone fooled, but I see what you're about. Call a roll sent you scurrying like a rat.
Non-believers are never welcome.
I can't believe you found a way to reopen the mines. Of course. In fact, Councillor Morvain has given you the full run of the place. We're all in agreement that you're entitled to as much as you can carry. I've been made the foreman of the mine, thanks to everything you did down there. It's good to get the old nose working again. I missed sniffing out the ebony deposits and getting my hands dirty. Best of all, Afia isn't so cross when I go down there anymore. Nah, I don't think so. Anyway, I don't think he'd take on anyone that isn't a Dunmer. Thank you, stranger. Thanks for everything.
Can I help you? Misery? I'll give you misery. Try getting assigned to scrape net scum off the front of a bulwark.
Traveling beyond the bulwark will be much safer as a result of your victory at Fort Frostmoth. Your contributions have earned you citizenship here. I'll always consider you one of us.
Come on in. Just stoke the fire. Take a seat and get the cold.
I'll give you this warning only once. Stay out of my way, and we'll do just... Not on your life. I'd have to be truly desperate to do that.
I work for Mogrel. You got a problem, you talk to him.
Welcome to the you mean leave Raven Rock? For good? To go work for a crazed Telvanni wizard? Sure. Just let me get me things. On second thought, never mind. I can get new stuff. Well, I've never been one to pass up an opportunity. Sorry to run, but I'm off to my new job. Aloth may be crazy, but it's better than staying in Raven Rock.
The mines are open and the shop is busy again. Thank you.
You've brought Ravenlock back from the brink, traveler. I don't know how to thank you.
It's busier now that I'm beginning to like this partnership. Here you go. Things are picking up for now. All I'm wondering is how long it'll take for House Redorin to begin ignoring us again if the mine runs out of ore for a second time. If you need any supplies,
oh, hello.
You know where
You looking for a handout or something?
You got a good thing going here now that you've reopened the mines.
Welcome
Don't
to
let
the
it go to
Retching
waste.
Next Corner Club, home of the finest Sioux jammer that will ever grace your lips. Coast has been dangerous lately. Lot of reavers about. I've heard they're searching for the treasure of Acnir Deathbrand, the Pirate King. Nothing specific, but I'm hearing rumblings of assassins living amongst us. I think they intend to target Councillor Morvain, but I can't be certain. Haven't heard anything lately. Well, well, Adril's got himself a spy, does he? Azura knows he needs all the help he can get. He's been chasing the Ulins for years now. No, I just think he's going about this the wrong way. Actually, I do. If you want to catch those slippery slaughterfish, you need to let them come to you. There's an Ulan ancestral tomb near the temple. Someone's been leaving ash yam offerings on the altar inside. If you were to wait inside for whomever that is, I'm betting they'll have some of the answers you're looking for. What makes you think I haven't? Anytime Adril and the Redarin Guard made a move, the Ulans must have been one step ahead and didn't show up. You can thank me if it works. Until then, I'd head to the tomb and wait until your visitor shows up. When the Dunmer is laid to rest, the body is burned and returned to the ashen soil. Since the ash yam is born of the very same soil, it represents rebirth and renewal, the fact that life ends and begins anew. Back in 95, Vila Ulan came to Raven Rock with a plan to take over our town. The Fetcher thought he could stir up the locals and use them against the Redarin Guard, and then murder Constable Morvain when we weren't looking. He arrived alone, but spread enough coin around to start changing people's minds. Half the bloody town joined his side. Can you believe that? He underestimated the Redarin Guard. They were organized and brought a swift end to the coup. Vila tried to run, but he was caught by Captain Veleth himself. Vila Ulan was executed a short time later, and his remains placed in the Ulan ancestral tomb. Come back any time. My doors are always open.
It's busier now that things are starting to look up. I might stay a bit longer after all.
Excuse me. I didn't realize there was anyone else here. I presume the same thing you're doing, leaving an offering for the departed. Forgive my surprise. It's just that I wouldn't expect that sort of behavior from someone who isn't Dunmer. Since there aren't any Ulans left on this island, I've taken it upon myself to leave the traditional offering in their stead. What do you mean? I thought I was clear. I'm simply honoring a fellow departed Dunmer. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'd like to meditate a bit. Please, I don't wish to be disturbed while I'm meditating.
I hope Geldis proved... Tell us you. Are you sure? So Geldis's plan worked, eh? Every time we tried it, no one would ever show up. if Telesu's involved in any sort of plot to harm Councillor Morvain, I'm going to need hard evidence to prove it. I'm not kicking down anyone's door until I have solid evidence in hand. If you're wrong about Telesu, things would quickly go downhill around here, and the real culprits might slip away. I can't afford for that to happen. If you have evidence, and it places your life in peril, I would expect you to do whatever you must to keep yourself alive. Here, this key should open the front door of the manor in case they've locked it. Good luck. Telesu is wife to the family patriarch Vendel. They have a single child, a daughter named Miri. They arrived here 10 years ago and have been nothing but a benefit to Raven Rock ever since. They're quite wealthy, and they've been quite generous by sharing their fortune with the community. They've contributed coin, food, supplies, even helped repair a few of the buildings in town with their own hands. People have mentioned it's a bit odd about how close in age Mary appears to be to her father, but that's hardly a cause for alarm. Just make sure you find solid evidence. If I accuse them without it, I'll be the laughing stock of the colony. Villa Ulen wasn't the first Ulen to live in Raven Rock. His father, Valen Ulen, was one of the first Dunmer to settle here. Unlike his son, Villa, Valen was a good man. He contributed to the community and was quite respected. When Valen died, his family provided the funds to construct the tomb. The Ulen family being a part of House Lalu didn't matter. It's Dunmer's tradition for the ashes of the deceased to be placed in an ancestral tomb. Valen Ulen and his son's remains were both laid to rest there because that's what he'd requested. Be careful. If the Severans have betrayed us, they'll be well armed.
It's not my time.
There aren't a lot of travelers these days. The war keeps people off the roads.
Ever onward.
I trust you're not planning any trouble. What can I do for you, friend?
Did you find any evidence at 7? Then we finally have them. All that remains now is chasing them down and bringing them to justice.
Good. And an house rhetoric.
Be careful.
What's the hurry?
Did you find? Then all that remains now is chase. Good. I'm going to send 2 of the best Redoran Guard we have to take them down. I want you to assist them any way you can. See that you do. We can't afford to let these traitors slip away. Ash Fallows.
With the Ashspawn threat taken care of, I can give my men... It can be. Even the most experienced warriors can fall prey to petty distractions. They usually didn't amount to much, but they make my job that much harder. Some of my own men have become quite accustomed to a spirit they called Emberbrand wine. Despise the stuff myself. It's powerful and tremendously addicting. I've seen men fail to finish even a single flask. If I knew where they were stashing the bottles, I'd put an end to it myself. You would? That would be helpful. I just don't have time to do it myself right now. They're too smart to have left it in the bulwark. I'd search one of the abandoned houses on the outskirts of town. All of the soldiers in this town are Redoran Guard. Some of the best warriors that House Redoran has to offer. I've spent quite a few years honing their skills, and I can assure you they're not just your average city guard. To protect Councillor Morvain, of course. He has quite a few friends on the council back in Morrowind, and they wanted to ensure his safety while he was here. Other than that, I'm not at liberty to discuss it. Ah, this is bone mold armor. Quite impressive, wouldn't you say? It's fashioned from actual bone. It's been reinforced with a resin-like material and then shaped to form the armor plating. It might appear brittle, but I'd wager it could stop the blow of a weapon better than iron or steel. Find me that stash of wine. I'm itching to be rid of it.
Still here.
If you need
Lead
a
on.
ride back to the mainland, Jalen's the only way off this lock.
If you intend to...
I'm glad to see you're well. I don't like sending...
You've brought Raven Rock back from the brink.
If you've got any gripes, check in at Moving. Second counselor around.
I'm right behind you. Still here.
Back so soon? That Drovus man? I suppose he'll do. He makes dreadful Canis root tea, though. But I should be grateful. Here, take this for your efforts. Oh, and you may use my staff enchanter if you want. I'm still waiting for that ash sample from an ash spawn. The man makes a dreadful cup of Canis root tea. However, he seems to run the place well enough. Oh, were you fishing for a compliment, a sign of gratitude? Don't waste your time. Those things are for the weak and foolish. I've been having difficulties with my Heartstone experiments. Have you heard of the Briarhearts? They are fierce warriors of the Forsworn tribes. They actually remove their own hearts and replace them with large briar seeds. It puts their life sparks in direct connection to the natural forces. I need you to examine one of them. Just investigate as much. I'm going to put this memory trace spell on you, so you won't have to worry about taking notes. I doubt you could know what was important anyway. Well, I'm hoping to do something similar. If I could connect a living being to the forces of the Red Mountain, well, that would be formidable. I've done some experiments in this area, but, well, my test subjects are far too fragile. I'm hoping to learn some of the Briarheart techniques, their methods. I would venture out myself, but long voyages are dangerous, and risks are precisely what people like you are for. The Forsworn live in the hills on the western edge of Skairim. From there, you're on your own. I'm given to understand that they are not difficult to find, if you gather my inference. I might have a few staffs. Are we done? I thought so.
Good day, friend. Keeping well?
Be careful.
see you burn.
Who's there?
What was that?
Where'd you come from? I'm right behind you. I'm right behind you. from Skyrrim to Hammerfell. They care only for war and... Oh! Where'd you come
join you in death, Father.
Got something for just about everybody in. You look rather pale. Take a look.
I've been looking for you. Got this from a pretty excited-looking dark elf around Raven Rock. He said it was important I got it to you as soon as I could. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
It's a fine day with you around.
Well, look at you. Take a look.
Where'd you come from?
That's your best? I cannot miss. Enough of this. All you got? I swear I'll kill you. Just stay down.
Ashfallow sit.
Who's?
Careful.
Seems you've inherited a situation. Drovus Relvi owes me 1,000 septims. At least he did until you set him up with that Telvanni wizard. Now he's untouchable. The way I figure it, it's your fault he can't pay me. So I guess I'm going to have to collect it from you. Yeah, that sounds good. Half. I think that'll work.
Warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds.
Well, what happened? Were you able to track down Vendel? Out with it! Then... it's finally over. What of the Redoran Guard I sent to assist you? Damn it. I was hoping to protect our people by sending them, not end up with casualties. To think that Vendel would stoop so low as to hire those fetchers. I'm glad you killed him. Wonderful. Simply wonderful. Councillor Morvain will be quite pleased when he hears about this. Follow me, and I'll take you to the Councillor so you can speak to him yourself.
Teldrin Cerro, blade for hire.
Welcome to the wretching
If you
next
have
corner.
the coin,
Take a look.
I'm at your service.
Safe travels, Outlander.
Now, if you'll excuse me.
Can I help you?
Excuse me, Councillor Morvain. I have some wonderful news.
Adriel, I haven't seen a smile on your face like that in a long time.
This visitor has single-handedly dealt with a threat that could have ended your life. Vendel, Telesue, and Miri Severin weren't who they appeared to be. I'm afraid they were here to avenge Villa Ulen's death.
Vendel? But he's done so much for Raven Rock. How could this be possible?
They did it to gain our confidence, Councillor. They had us all fooled. I should have been more vigilant. I'm sorry.
Don't say that. It's not your fault, old friend. And you, step forward. What you've done for me, for all of Raven Rock, goes far beyond what I would have expected from a traveler to our town. For this, you have my deepest gratitude. Now, I'm certain Adril was prepared to reward you appropriately for everything you've done. However, since a bit of coin hardly seems like enough, I've decided to provide something more substantial. Since the Severin family, or whoever they were, turned out to be criminals, their property is now forfeit. As Counselor, I hereby award you Severin Manor and everything contained within. You've earned your citizenship here, and I hope you'll consider staying with us as a member of our community. The mines are open and the ebony has begun to flow because of your discovery. My eternal gratitude and blessings go with you, friend.
I'm right behind you.
I've got your back. I'm a mage, not a pawnbroker, you know. Lead on.
I'm right behind you. What do you want me to carry? Let's get going then.
Yes? A little bit. If you think it'll help. I knew you'd miss me. Yes? Anything good?
I've got your back. What do you want me to carry? Let's get going then. I'm right behind you. What do you want me to carry? You lead, I'll follow. I'm right behind you.
First, it's ash spawn attacks, then my home withers. It's almost like someone is out to get me. Well done. Here are some septims for your trouble. If you come back in a day or two, I should have the spell worked out. You can buy it from Talvis. Oh, have you? Well, let me just extract those memories and I'll see if you found anything useful. I promise that any unrelated memories I run across will be kept in the strictest of confidences. Here, you deserve a bit of a reward for your efforts. That was a lengthy trip for you, I'm sure. There are too many coincidences. There must be... The connecting soul thread is knotted 3 times. Once for the heart, once for the spirit, and once for the body. The knot gives the connection a strength that may be the key that I've been looking for. Yes, I have enemies, legions of them back in Morrowind. However, in this case, I have reason to believe it is someone in Solstheim. Not yet. That may come later, but first I need to identify the culprit. I've enchanted this ring to find the source of the attacks. Here, take it. Ash spawn keep appearing. One night, a part of my tower mysteriously withered. Then my steward was killed. You had to find me a replacement. I've even been attacked by dragons. Do I need to go on? Maybe not. I hear they've been seen over Skairim, too. Even so, there is more than enough evidence that someone is out to get me. Just wear it. It will light up the source when you get close to it. I enchanted the ring with a bit of ash from the last ash spawn attack. It can follow the magical link back to its summoner. The link is weak, so you'll have to be within about 100 feet of the source. Try walking around the grounds with the ring on.
Good day, friend. Keeping well?
Let me know if you see anything you like. Damn that man. He's being totally unreasonable.
Azura's wisdom to you, friend. Neloth is a real taskmaster. And for tea, the thrice damn tea, I don't think I'll ever learn to make it properly. Safe travels.
Still here.
I've known for decades that heartstones will animate the ash, but it would have to be very close by. Where exactly did you find this heartstone? Ildari? Then it was my own fault. She was my apprentice before Talvis. She volunteered for one of my experiments involving heartstones. It was quite annoying when she died. What? That's impossible. Wait, unless she didn't actually die, the Heartstone could have kept her right at the edge of life and death. Could it be? Could Ildari still be alive? Could she be my nemesis? Wait a moment, while I cast a more specific divination.
Still here.
Have you found the source of the attacks?
Dragons. Master Neloth says they are no match for a Telvanni wizard. But what about a mere apprentice?
My new steward is acceptable. If only he made better tea. Are we done? I thought so. I call upon the powers of the sun, moons, and stars. Ildari Sarathril, reveal yourself. She lives. Seek her in High Point Tower. So, Ildari does live, after all. She thought she could hide from me, but she can't. She's holed up in High Point Tower. Go rip that thrice-cursed Heartstone from her chest. Why is it always about money? Yes, yes, I'll find something around here to pay you with. Now, go.
Be sure to bring back an amusing story of how Ildori died.
The ash from Red. I'm running low on heartstones. If you have any with you, I'll buy one. Otherwise, I can tell you where you might find one. Every time the Red Mountain belches, more of them land here. Look around for impact craters, exposed rock, that sort of thing. You may need to pick away at it to pry the heartstone itself loose, but you look strong. A good luck. That's that, then.
You've gone far enough. Nelon is a fool to think he could send some lowlife to finish me off.